Well, hello, and hello. Big Angry Phil, another edition of Dude. What the fuck? Today on What the Fuck? Wokeness. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. It's invaded everything. TV, movies, sports, politics, our very existence. Now, video games. Oh, say it's not so. It's been going on a while. Come on. Those who know, okay? But I saw another example of possible wokeness in a series I happen to love. Mario on Nintendo. Mario? No, not Mario. Did Mario come out as transgender? Well, no. Some minor character in a upcoming Mario game is transgender. Of course, because everything has to be transgender somewhere, right? But is this worth the big deal everybody's making it to be, or is this just a bunch of fuck? Yes. Yes, of course. Let's get right into it, shall we? See what the fuck you talking about, buddy. I will show you, guy. Okay, friend? I'm not your friend, buddy. Here we go. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake reinstates a censored character's trans status because it's very important we need to know what gender video game characters are. Video game characters, right? Many of them who are not human, many of them who are from different worlds, many of them are just completely made the fuck up. Like cartoon characters, right? It's like, why is it important to know what gender it is or isn't or was or whatever? Why is that important? It's only important to wokies who really don't even play games. To everybody else who plays games, like, we're tired of this. Enough fucking ready, all right? And this is a minor character in a Mario game, okay? It's not like Mario or Luigi came out as transgender. That would be a much bigger deal if that were to happen. If Mario were suddenly putting on Princess Peach's clothing and gallivanting around in it, that might be worth the backlash that would get. But this, I mean, it's stupid, but is it worth the whans about on either side? Not fucking really. Oh my God, Phil, I didn't think you'd take that stance. Hey, hear me out, okay? Listen, as a longtime gamer and a longtime fan of Mario games, this didn't really shock me, and it doesn't really bother me that bad because it's not a series I'm that heavily invested in. Now, it's not like you could take the old Mario games and repatch them and then make Mario or Luigi trans. You can't do that. You're not going to take the NES classics like Mario 3 or Super Nintendo's Super Mario World, etc. You can't patch those games. Those are on hard cartridges, okay? Now, people do make mods and hacks of those games and make different levels and such. They could do that. But on the original hardware, no, you can't. And this has become a big deal. And by the way, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake, again, is a remake. This is a game that's been out already on the GameCube. And the trans character apparently was already in the Japanese version of that game. But it was left out of the English versions because back then, that was still taboo, but now it's like, yay, trans, everything's trans, yay! In the span of 20 years, we've gotten that fucking nuts. All right. So let's go on here. References to Vivian is the name of this character. I mean, it's just a funny looking character. It doesn't really matter if it's trans or whatever. It clearly it's not even from this world. Okay. Kind of looks like the Vivian from Final Fantasy IX, though. Maybe it's a parody of. References to Vivian being trans were removed from the English GameCube version originally, okay? But the remake restores the trans status because we have to check off the boxes, Vivian is first met as one of the game's villainous shadow sirens, but she later leaves the group to join Mario. Now, let me explain about Paper Mario. First of all, Paper Mario is kind of the follow-up to Super Mario RPG. That was the breakthrough game on the Super Nintendo that Squaresoft made that introduced Mario into the RPG world. And it was very successful. As a matter of fact, it was so successful, they just did a remake of that recently, and that's on the Switch, all right? So they are remaking one of the Paper Mario games. This was the GameCube game. I think it first appeared on the N64. The one I have is Super Paper Mario on the Wii. It was good, but there's a place in there I got stuck on. And I saved it in a really bad spot where as soon as you boot it up, you die. So I can't really advance. I might just have to start over and try again. It was a good game. It was a very good game. You do have, like most RPGs, you have to have a lot of patience to play games like that. But if you got the time and you've got the patience, give it a shot. Give it a shot. All right. Let me squeeze dude what the fuck out of the way of the text there. Let's see. In the original GameCube version, the character was written as transgender. And again, it was written kind of to be made fun of. That's why they wrote that kind of stuff. This is 20 years ago in the Japanese version. Something that was removed from the English localization. However, the Switch version fixes this. I don't know if fixes would be the right word, but meaning Vivian is once again trans. Yay! Yay! Yeah, let's have a big parade about it fucking during Pride Month when that starts next week. Jesus Christ. In the original Japanese version of the GameCube game, as previously explained, Vivian's sister asks how she could consider herself a Shadow's sister and taunts her by saying, "You're a man! You're a man, Dylan." Or I mean, Vivian. Vivian sheepishly replies, "Sorry, sister, it was my mistake." See, they're making jokes about this shit. Now it's nothing to joke about. You're not allowed to joke about it. Well, don't you tell me what I'm not allowed to do. Fuck you. I'm going to do it anyway. That was a joke. YouTube, that was a joke. This was tweaked in most European versions of the game to retain Vivian's trans status, but to make her prouder of it, of course. Of course. Yes, you must be proud. You must be proud of your weirdness. You must be proud that you changed your video game character to change its sex, even though nobody was sure what it was to begin with. Nobody gave a fuck. Right? In the Italian version, for example, Vivian's sister makes the same taunt, but Vivian replies, "That's true. You are two sisters, but I am woman too now, and I am proud to turn into a woman." Oh, my fucking God. Why is this necessary? Why can't you fuckers just leave everything alone, you know? God damn it. And again, we're talking about the original version still. The English and German versions of the game, however, completely removed any reference to Vivian being trans because that was still a no-no. And now it's like, yay, you better be trans or else you're a transphobe. That's how crazy fucking shit is now. And instead, have her sister calling her ugly, U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Well, that'd be funny if that was in the game. However, as confirmed by my Nintendo News, a Switch remake has now reinstated Vivian's transgender status in the English localization, officially making her trans for English-speaking players for the first time. Isn't that great? Isn't that necessary for the game itself? Right? And, of course, all the WANs that are going on either fucking side, I guarantee you 99% of them have never heard of Paper Mario and will not get this game, okay? They see a headline, they see a screenshot, and they go, wah. See? You thought I would go wah over there being a trans character. I'm saying, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? It's a video game character. You don't know what most of them are. You don't know what worlds they come from. They can have 5 heads and 8 dicks for all we fucking know. And if they remove 4 of them, does that make them trans? I don't, who the fuck knows and who cares? All right? All I want to know is the game good. All right? Now, there is wokeness that is ruining games. The NHL franchise, for example, that EA makes, they put a very obnoxious female color commentator in the game. I don't like hearing it in actual sports, okay? They are obnoxious, and many times they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they talk way too much. They put that in the game. That's exactly what we don't want, and I will never buy another one of these games until they fix that fucking problem. All right? That is some wokeness I could do without. That does ruin the game for me. Having a very minor character now identifies as trans, I don't care. I don't care. All right? I mean, again, if the ultimate way to protest this, don't buy the game. Don't fucking buy it. That's it. Rob Nintendo of $60. Most new games cost $60 a pop. And by the way, that's something I don't like about Nintendo. They're like Apple's. Like, their games cost way too much. Whereas a lot of the indies and the third-party games, not nearly as fucking much. All right? Nintendo's games are way too expensive. Way too expensive. And even the ones that have been out for a while, like Super Mario Odyssey, like a lot of the Wii U games they ported over, like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, those are still $60. It's like, I would buy a new Tropical Freeze to play on the Switch if it wasn't so goddamn expensive. I'll just keep the Wii U one. I've got to just play that, for Christ's sake. It's the same damn game. They didn't make a lot of changes to it. But that's one thing where Nintendo needs to get off their ass and fucking. That's not gonna happen because Nintendo's kind of an elitist company, like Apple is. It's like, you'll buy our shit and like it, motherfucker. Like Starbucks, it's like, you must have Starbucks or else. Yes, master. Yes. This game came out yesterday, May 23rd, so it's out there. So if you want to check it out, and you could be upset at the trans character for yourself and actually have played the game, maybe you'll have fun with the game and not give a fuck about the trans character. I mean, that's kind of my way of jumping into it. It's like, okay, there's a trans character. Hey, as long as it's not Mario, the main character, I'm fine, okay? I mean, even if Bowser came out as trans, that would be more funny than anything else. Maybe Princess Peach will be Prince Peach. Who the fuck knows? Who knows where they're going to go with this, And again, you could if you're so mad at the newer games being too woke, there's plenty of older games to play without all that horse shit in it, It's fine. It's fine. That's why I don't watch old movies. You know how I protest all the wokeness in movies? I don't go to them. I don't fucking see them. I don't pay money. I don't waste my time. I don't waste my money on woke, stupid movies. Fuck them. I watch old movies from the 80s. Get much more enjoyment out of it. Get to hear jokes that you never fucking hear nowadays. So this is a remake of a GameCube game. It's Paper Mario. Again, it's a series modeled after Super Mario RPG. It's continuing on. It's an RPG series. Listen. If you like Mario, if you like these games, you'll get it, regardless if it's a stupid trans character or not. I think a minor trans character being in a game is not going to make or break your decision on whether you're actually going to play it, okay? Am I going to play this? Probably not. Not because of the trans characters, because it's a long RPG, and I just don't got the fucking time to play these kind of games anymore. I like something I can pick up and play for a while. Because the thing is, in RPG, you got to invest a lot of time in it. If you get stuck somewhere, this is what happens to me with a lot of Final Fantasy games, why I don't play those anymore. You get stuck somewhere. You spend a lot of time. You're involved with the story. But you get stuck somewhere, and then you keep having to do it over and over again. You get tired of it. And like, oh, fuck it. And then if you try to come back to it, you've completely forgotten the story. Now you have to start over. It's like, well, fuck that. Shit. That's why I don't play Zelda games anymore. It was way too like Twilight Princess was the last one of those I played, and it's like I got stuck somewhere. I was like, I'm gonna go back and play Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. Right. Yeah, you old people, you old timers going back to your old games. Well, yeah, because, it's a nostalgia factor, and they actually enjoyed the gameplay more. That's just how it is. Same with old movies, same with old TV shows. I watch Married with Children reruns, In Living Color, the old Simpsons, the good old Simpsons, not the shitty one now. But, again, people need to make a big deal out of things just to make a big deal out of it. Having a minor trans character, I mean, what is this thing exactly? It's not even fucking human, It looks like a ghost. Do I give a shit of a ghost? How does a ghost even have a gender? It's stupid. It's just stupid. Don't get upset over something really just stupid. Make fun of it and then decide, you're going to buy the game or not. Again, if you want to protest this, don't fucking bitch and whine about it on Twitter. Just don't give Nintendo the fucking $60. Say, fuck you. I ain't buying this game. Very done. You can do it quietly. People don't like to protest quietly. That's how you protest. Quietly. Don't buy the fucking products. If it bothers you that much, don't fucking buy it. Done and done. And to all of this, I gotta say, dude, what the fuck? Thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I will be away a bit this weekend. I will crank out one more show for tomorrow, Saturday, and then we'll be out of town a little bit again to finish up what I was doing for the last month or so in a different part of the state. I will be back late Tuesday night. The next live show will be Wednesday night, May 29th at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Make a note of that. And then regular programming will resume about then too. We'll have some gaming stuff back. We will get this thing rolling again, get back to normal, whatever that might be around here. But until then, dude, what the fuck?